First, we have the nucleus that is composed by two parts, the inner core and the outer core. In the inner core, the temperature is above the 50,000 Celsius degrees and it is solid. In the outer core, the liquid presents ascendant and descendant connective movement. The mantle is also composed by two parts, the lower mantle and the upper mantle. The lower mantle interior is solid, but the upper mantle or exterior mantle contains magma that is also solid, but when it's expelled towards surface is known as a lava. We also have the crust. There are two types of crust. The oceanic crust, that is basically water, ocean, and some rocks, and the continental crust, that is the outermost layer of the earth, that practically form all the continents and the outermost layer of earth.
Troposphere is the most inferior and dense layer where almost all atmospheric phenomena occurs: rain, hurricanes, wind, etc. It's the tiniest layer since it only has thickness of 11 kilometers in the poles and 17 kilometers in the equator, on average of 12 kilometers. Because of the compressibility of the atmospheric gas, it's about 80% of atmospheric gas. Stratosphere. It's separated from the troposphere by a tiny layer called tropopause, layer that marks the troposphere superior limit above which the temperature remains constant before starting to rise again. The stratosphere starts 11 to 17 kilometers above the Earth and reaches the weight of 50 kilometers at weight of 25 kilometers. The ozone layer is located. It protects the Earth's surface against the sun, ultraviolet radiation, filtering it and reducing in intensity. Mesosphere is the layer that extends from the weight of 50 to 80 kilometers approximately. It reached a temperature of minus 130 Celsius degrees and is almost no density. In this layer, meteorites burn and luminescent nocturnal clouds can be seen. Ionosphere or thermosphere is extend from 80 to 600 kilometers above the surface. Its temperature can reach 1,000 Celsius degrees, but the gaseous atoms are so separate that you will not actually feel this temperature. X-ray, cosmic rays, and ultraviolet rays ionize this layer intensely. Auroras from the thermosphere, and it also important from the radio communication, since radio waves are reflected there. exosphere. It extends from a weight of 600 kilometers to an impressive weight of 6,000 kilometers approximately. This is the layer is composed mainly of hydrogen and helium, and is where the artificial satellites orbit the planet.
Question number 3. What is a natural disaster? A natural disaster is an act of nature of such magnitude as to create a catastrophic situation in which the day-to-day patterns of life are suddenly disrupted and people are plugged into helplessness and suffering, and as a result need food, clothing, shelter, medical and nursing care, and other necessities of life. Also protection against unfavorable environmental factors and conditions. Explain the causes of an earthquake. An earthquake is caused by a sudden slip on a fault. The tectonic plates are always slowly moving, but they get stuck at their edges due to the friction. When the stress on the edge overcomes the friction, there is an earthquake that releases energy in waves that they travel through the Earth's crust and cause the shaking that we feel. A volcanic eruption. The most common type of eruption is caused by the movement of tectonic plates. When one is pushed under the other, magma, sediment, and seawater are forced into the chamber, which eventually overflows and the volcano erupts, spewing lava into the sky. This type of eruption produces thick, sticky lava at temperatures of 800 to 1000 centigrade degrees.
Question number 4. What is the Servicio Sismológico Nacional, National Seismic Service, and the USGS? What is their purpose? Well, the mission of the National Seismological Service of Mexico is to record, store, and distribute data of ground motion to report the seismicity of the country to authorities and the population. In general, it is also assigned with the promotion of the exchange of information and cooperation with other institutions, as well as monitoring and research at national and international level. They provide science about the natural hazards that threaten lives and livelihoods, the water, energy, minerals, and other natural resources we are really on, the health of our ecosystems and environment, and the impacts of the climate and land use change. Our scientists develop new methods and tools to enable timely, relevant, and useful information about the Earth and its processes.
What is the topmost group in Mexico? Topos at Tlatelolco. The volunteer search and rescue group formed more than 30 years ago when a group of youths, all from the working class neighborhood in Tlatelolco. When were they created? Tlatelolco, Mexico. During which historical event, the rubble of Mexico's 1985 quake, which killed over 5,000 people.
This work was made by Rubén de Lira Cordero, Jocelyn Martínez, Ana Paulina Díaz Amores, Eduardo Enrique Martínez Carrillo, José López Méndez, and last but not least, Natalia Herrera Alarcón.